Hello, this is Marlene Stuart. I'm going to talk to you about Halloween when I was younger. We lived up in Camp 12, um, what, east of, west of Siletz, Oregon, as you go towards Toledo. And when we went Halloween, we would take our pillowcases, but we would dress up on our own clothing. We just made things funny, and we didn't buy Halloween costumes. We were just too poor. But we take our pillowcases and go house to house. We walked all of Camp 12 when I was in grade school. And Mom would walk with us, or she'd fall in the car. We went rain or shine, so we still went trick-or-treating, knocked on all the doors, and it was fun. And our pillowcases were like half full of candy, popcorn balls, and it was really nice. And we were not allowed to eat anything till we got home and checked everything. So we dumped it out on the kitchen table, all of us, each one at a time, all of us, my siblings. And when we did that, then Mom would approve us to have eat candy. And sometimes our candy would last just till spring break, way into March, the following year. So, yep. But so the candy was some were homemade, wrapped in plastic containers, and some were store-bought. So, anyway, and then
What about middle school?
middle school we lived in Siletz, Oregon, and not too far from the high school, and we would all gather. Every person in Siletz that had a kid was walking the streets with the pillowcases, and still we didn't buy Halloween costumes. We just make our own costumes up and decorate ourselves, and then we take our pillowcases and we go to every house, knock on every door, whether they had the lights on or not. We still knocked on the doors, and every child was on the streets walking Siletz, Oregon. And we even went to the churches. Churches even gave out the candy too, the pastors did. So, or they sat outside. So, and also too, rain or shine, we still would go. So if Mom didn't walk with us, she would follow us in the car.
Were there decorations on houses?
Oh, some houses were decorated simple. Some had pumpkins with candles in it, and they would carve them all out. It was really cool. Not all streets had lights, so you had to watch out for mud puddles because it's a rocky road, so we're not paved. Just the main streets were paved. And then we went to Art Bensel's store, and then got trick-or-treat at Art Bensel and Margaret's store. Then we'd go to Knowles, and then get there too. And then at that time, the hotel was next door to Knowles, and we'd go there, knock on the door there, and who was living there was sitting on the porches, and would give us candy.
Did you do anything at your school for Halloween?
Our school, we had bags and stuff that we'd go ahead and exchange with everybody. So because everybody exchanged their candy, and the ones you didn't like, you give to somebody else. And was that you didn't like, somebody else would like, So we exchanged it that way. And also too, our pillowcases was full. So that also too, the candy lasted till spring break. So we had candy galore. All the siblings there were 7 of us, so we had a lot of candy. So
What was your experience in high school and Halloween?
Halloween, the same thing. We all gather together, meet at the school, and when we got to high school, Mom didn't follow us. She used to just be safe. We were not allowed to eat the food or the popcorn balls or any of that stuff till we got home and checked it, because people were crazy at that time in the late '60s, yeah, and late '60s. So they would put nasty stuff in the candy, needles and stuff, and drugs. And if you see any kind of punctures in the candy, it got thrown away, or we gave it to the police department. And so that was like curtailed a lot of stuff on Halloween, but it was fun.